How are you feeling and how are you placed for Thursday night?
Good. I think we couldn't start any better. The domestic competition, so far the only team with a 100% record, which gives us a lot of confidence, and looking forward to test ourselves against a direct opponent. So yeah, very confident, very positive, and very excited about the game.
What do you expect from Glasgow City?
I expect pretty much what they always bring. A team that compete very well. They, they got this directness about them, but they are very good with crosses into the box. They are very good with fighting for second balls. And we expect a very good competitors and a very tough opponent. But we know if the last 3 games last year we beat them in all 3 occasions playing our football, and I think if we are at our best, we got a very good chance of getting the 3 points. But anything that is far away from our best, then they will punish us because they got a lot of quality and they are great competitors, and they are champions for a reason. So yeah, we are very confident in our abilities, but we know we have to get everything spot on because the minimum mistake we will get punished.
How have this squad surprised you this season with just how quickly they've gelled? You had to make widespread changes throughout the team, bringing 10, 11 new players. I'm assuming you're very satisfied with how you started, but has that been something of a surprise, just how quickly they've gelled?
Yeah, I mean, obviously in summer we knew a few players would move on, but some of other players, it came as a huge surprise. Some players that we didn't think we would have to replace. So the scouting was like crazy. We have to do so many games, get so many feedback. So it was very challenging. So yeah, I am surprised how quickly the team gelled. Not only about the results, obviously we've been fantastic in terms of scoring goals, but it's the quality of some of the performances has been outstanding, even potentially against teams that are much more experienced and playing a higher level than we all play here in Scotland, like we found Brondby or Valerenga, and we actually managed to impose our game for long spells. And we were unlucky not to win the second game, and the first game we were deservedly winners. So it's impressive what the girls the work that the girls have done. But as I say, we haven't won anything yet. We are only at the beginning. It's a great start, but we have to carry on like that, one game at a time. And it's going to be the hardest domestic test so far that we have had. It will be on Thursday. And obviously we come from a lot of games. Our international players, some of them, they have as well a lot of games. So there are some tired legs already. But I think that's an issue that we all have. But to play our style, we need to consider that as well. So, yeah, very, very excited, very positive about the game. But I know it's going to be very, very hard to get the win.
Do you feel as though these games can be definitive in terms of going for the title?
Nah, regardless of the result, on paper we are going to play another 3 times in the league, assuming we both, which I would think we will manage to get top 6, and then we will have, after the split, we will have to play another 2 times. So whatever happens is, if you remember last year, we were 8 points behind with a couple of months, and then, we were 1 minute away or 2 minutes away of winning the league. So it's not, whatever happened is early days. If it's a loser on Thursday, whoever loses got plenty of time to make up for the points difference.
Just to take you back to what you were saying about the 2 Champions League qualifying games, how important were those games, do you think, just in instilling a belief into the squad?
They were key because, as you say, it's normal when you just have a brand new group of players. We managed to keep some of our key players from last year, but we lost others. And when you bring so many new players, then you don't know how they are going to gel, how they are going to understand each other. Obviously, you put an environment where you think is going to help them to integrate as quick as possible. I think the players that are playing for us for a few years, they are brilliant at making new players feel welcome, integrated into not only into the team tactics and dynamics, but even in the society, what Celtic mean to people. We are more than a football club, and I think they are brilliant in helping us to. So I was very surprised how quickly they gel, and then the key was when we face very good opponents, very experienced opponents. We faced Tenerife in Spain, which was our toughest test at the time, and we were super for 60 minutes until we made the changes. We were 2-0 up. So we have some very good performances against very tough opponents. I think a step up from all of us here potentially in Scotland at this moment in time, and we compete very well. So that gives me a lot of confidence. So I know when we face City, if they want to get something from the game, they have to be much better than us, and hopefully we will manage to stop that. But yeah, the team has gelled very well, and these tough games, I think the performance has been of a very, very good standards, and that to all of us give us a lot of confidence that we can beat any team.
There's obviously been some impressive performances amongst the players that you've brought in, but one of them, Amy Gallacher, this season has really shown. Do you think she just maybe needed those first few months at the back end of last season to integrate into the side, and you're starting to see the best of her now?
Yeah, I mean, in my personal opinion, Amy was outstanding last year. I think if I was the national team manager, she would be playing for me already for over a year. But obviously, everyone got different opinions, and everyone will pick the player that they think they have to pick. But for me, it's not surprise Amy, because I think last year was outstanding. The only thing is obviously we changed slightly her position. This year is playing more as a 9. Last year was more as a 10. And then obviously she's a very clinical player that obviously in terms of goal score this year is doing so much better because he's playing farther at the pitch. But yeah, I think her work rate, her quality at training is being a 9 out of 10 for most of the training sessions for the last 2 years. So for me, other players have surprised me because they weren't here. Amy is not a surprise. I think she's playing at a very high level since she signed for Celtic.
Do you know who her great-grandfather was?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, even before we signed her, when we did the presentation for her, etc., we I think we did something as well with her great grandfather, and yeah, I think there is a couple of things in the stadium as well where she has taken pictures with the great grandfather picture, etc., etc. So yeah, it's obviously some of she got probably this quality, this amazing football ability is in her genes. So good for us.